Govinda Radha Radha
Welcome to the podcast of Dhirasanta Dasa Goswami.
Making a difference. There was once a wise man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He was a very special person because he combined the best of two cultures. He was a scientist and a poet. And from these two perspectives, he wrote insightfully and beautifully about the world and our role in it. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began his work. One day, as he was walking along the shore, he saw a human figure moving like a dancer as he looked down at the beach. He smiled to himself, thinking, "Who is that dancing to the day?" Intrigued, he began walking faster to catch up. As he got closer, he saw that it was a young man. The young man wasn't dancing. Instead, he reached the shore, picked up something, and gently threw it into the ocean. As he got closer, he asked, "What are you doing?" The young man paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." "I guess I should have asked, why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" "The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." "But, young man, don't you realize that there are miles and miles of beach and starfish all along it? You can't possibly make a difference." The young man listened politely, bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it past the breaking waves into the ocean. It made a difference for that one. His response upset the wise man, who was upset and didn't know how to reply. So he turned away and walked back to his cottage to begin his writing. As he wrote, the image of that young man haunted him all day. He tried to ignore it, but the vision persisted. Finally, late that night, he realized that he, the scientist, the poet, had missed the essential nature of the young man's actions. He realized that the young man was choosing not to observe the universe and watch it pass by, but to be an actor in the universe and make a difference.
ISKCON Cow Protection is a tiny project in the midst of a vast sea of global animal slaughter. As a non-profit society, we do not engage in political activism or spend funds on publicizing ourselves. Instead, we feel and believe that our message comes alive through our alternative lifestyle. Like the starfish saver, we can make a difference to ourselves and the world through our actions. It may not significantly change the world, but it may make a difference for someone. One of our greatest contributions is the distribution of transcendental knowledge, which distinguishes reality from illusion for the welfare of all. It begins with Soul Talk, which states that all living beings, animals and humans, possess a soul and are equally the same. Sentient animals have the capacity to experience pleasure and are motivated to seek it. You only must watch how cows and lambs both seek and enjoy pleasure when they lie with their heads raised to the sun on a perfect summer's day, just like humans.
Mike Robinson of the London Broadcasting Company in 1976 asked Srila Prabhupada, "How do you know that the animal has a soul?" Srila Prabhupada said, "You can also know it. Here is a scientific proof. The animal eats, you eat. The animal sleeps, you sleep. The animal has sex, you have sex. The animal also defend, you also defend. The animals have children, you have children. They have a living place, you have a living place. If the animal's body is cut, there is blood. If your body is cut, there is blood. All those similarities are there. Then what is the difference between you and animal? How can you say you have a soul but the animal doesn't?"
In the Bhagavad-gita 14.4, it is said, Sarva yonishu kuntaya murtaya sambhavanti ya tashyam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. Bhagavad-gita 5.18, it is also said, Vidya vinaya sampani brahmani gavi hastini suni chaiva svapaki cha pandita samadarshana. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater. In Srila Prabhupada's purport, he mentions, a Krishna-conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species, but these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. Slaughter for fun, food, and fur. Animal slaughter remains one of the most dominant industries in the world today. America exterminates tens of millions of cows each year, an average of 35 million per year, which amounts to 1 animal per second. Figures for Europe are similar. The global total is estimated to be 56 billion farm animals are killed every year, and 2.7 trillion animals are pulled from the ocean each year. 50% of our grains are fed to animals for slaughter. We are starving some people, and at the same time we are fattening the cows and the chickens. Unknown to many, the non-flesh parts of a cow are used in many household products. Apart from the meat consumption, animal byproducts are everywhere. From fashion to sports goods, soaps, and cosmetics, including nail polish, skin care, mouthwash, toothpaste, hair dyes, and many other products. They are taken from parts like the head, bones, eyeballs, hooves, horns, intestines, and blood. The hide is used to make leather products like footballs, shoes, and furniture.
Here is a song by Titikshava Karunaka Das called Have Mercy on the Animals.
See the little fawn move too fast and she'll be gone. She knows to run away, but why disturb her play? Have mercy on the animals. They have feelings too. Have mercy on the animals. They feel just like we do. See the cows out in the field, so much milk they can yield. The bull he tills the land, providing grain for beast and man. Have mercy on the animals. They have feelings too. Have mercy on the animals. They feel just like we do. See the birds up in the trees, they also have their families. Build their nests way up high. It's just like you, they don't want to die. Have mercy on the animals. They have feelings too. Have mercy on the animals. They feel just like we do. Have mercy. And mercy will be shown to you. Have mercy. And mercy will be shown to you.
Animal killing and war. Karma means action, or any action that brings a reaction that binds us to this material world. Although the idea of karma is generally associated with Eastern philosophy, many people in the West are also coming to understand that karma is a natural principle, like time or gravity, and no less inescapable. For every action there is a reaction. If we cause pain and suffering to other living beings, we must endure pain and suffering in return, individually and collectively as a nation.
We reap what we sow in this life and the next, for nature has her own justice. No one can escape the law of karma except for those who understand how it works. For example, to understand how karma can cause war, let's take an illustration from the Vedas. Sometimes a fire starts in a bamboo forest when the trees rub together. The real cause of the fire is not the trees, but the wind that moves them. The trees are only instruments. In the same way, the two nations are not the real causes of friction that may exist between them, The real cause is the karma generated by the world's supposedly innocent citizens.
According to the law of karma, the neighborhood supermarket or hamburger stand has more to do with the threat of war than anything else. We recoil with horror at the prospects of nuclear war, while we permit equally horrifying massacres every day inside the world's automated slaughterhouses. The people who eat an animal may say, "I haven't killed anything." But when you're buying neatly wrapped meat at a superstore, you are paying someone else to kill for you, and then both of you bring upon yourselves the reactions of karma. Can it be anything but hypocritical to march for peace and then go to a McDonald's for a hamburger or go home to grill a steak? This is the very duplicity that George Bernard Shaw condemned.
In the previous century, George Bernard Shaw, a vegetarian, phrased the term, "Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are," or "You are what you eat."
He wrote, "We are living graves of murdered beasts, slaughtered to satisfy our appetites. We never pause to wonder at our feasts. If animals like men could possibly have rights, we pray on Sunday that we may have light to guide our footsteps on the paths we tread. We are sick of war, we do not want to fight, and we gorge ourselves upon the dead."
Those who kill animals and give them unnecessary pain, as people do in slaughterhouses, will be killed in a similar way in the next life and in many lives to come. One can never be excused from such an offense. If one kills many thousands of animals so that other people can purchase the meat to eat, one must be ready to be killed in a similar way in his next life. Those who understand the laws of karma know that peace will not come from marches and petitions, but rather from a campaign to educate people about the consequences of murdering innocent animals, not to mention unborn children.
You love me, you love my dog.
Interesting how humans have such an emotional bond with domestic animals, and yet with other animals they are seen only as resources, and so we try to resist the same emotion for the rabbit or calf, although both feel the same feelings. It is saying that some life is more valuable than others.
Commercial propaganda. The global drive to eat animals is extremely destructive to the planet. It is one of the leading causes of water consumption, deforestation, species decline, and climate change. We are currently destroying all the other species we share the planet with. We are being lied to by the media and the textbooks that we need these products. But if we look at what animal products are doing to our bodies, it is outrageous. Advertising companies, 100% beef, campaigns have convinced many that beef is essential and needs to be eaten regularly for physical well-being. Beef's iron content is seen as a critical, crucial, nutritional element. The propaganda from animal abusers is enormous.
When did you last see a commercial for alfalfa sprouts radishes, avocados, broccoli, raspberries, or oranges. People singing and dancing down the street eating an apple, or other ways to get your iron and protein. What do you see? Have some more meat, beef, lamb, or turkey. And what about a hamburger with extra cheese, double cheese, or extra cheese with more meat? And what do you see interspersed in between the advertisements? Not feeling so well today? Do you need to see a cancer specialist? What about a heart doctor? How about some pills for your liver? Need something for your weight? And what about some energy soft drink? You have been doomed. They're killing the animals, the planet, and the people. 70% of human deaths are lifestyle-related and preventable. And the blinkers are nice and tight. Some benefits of cow protection. Cow protection is an alternative model to what exists in most Western countries, where most humans interact with the cows mainly when their body parts appear on their plate. But beyond the processing of their flesh, the cow is our mother who gives us milk, which in turn is processed into yogurt, butter, buttermilk, cheese, and ghee. Ghee can be kept for years without refrigeration. In some countries, 50-year-old ghee is used as medicine, and its value has been compared to the value of gold. Millions of farmers use cow dung for fertilization, burning fuel, and even a component of housing construction. Cow urine is also used in medicinal products. If cows and bulls receive physical and emotional care, affection, and kindness from birth, they will supply us with our needs abundantly. If cows and their calves are allowed to graze together during the day, it is healthy for them both. Calves can drink from the mother at will, and their growth is rapid and robust. The mothers are also happy in the company of their young. There are also spiritual rewards in looking after cows and bulls, because Lord Krishna is very dear to them, and he will be naturally dear to you if you protect them. We shall give the last word to George Harrison, who is in search of those pure hearts.
The day the world gets round to understanding where it's gone, losing so much ground, killing each other hand in hand, such foolishness in man. I want no part in their plan. If you're the destructive kind, now I am working from day to day, as I don't want to be like you. I look for the pure of heart, and the ones that have made a start. There are just a few who bow before you. In silence, they pray for the day the world gets around, using all they've found to help each other, hand in hand.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please give this thumbs up and subscribe to this channel.